Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 3 with me, Flying MacGuffin. We are just before 1500, a year before, and just took a vote on what we should do advancing forward. This may be a short session, depending on how much happens, but there's a major event that's going to be coming up in the near future, involving the Protestant Reformation, which will happen sometime between, like 1500 and 1505, usually. Usually pretty soon after, involving how much that will affect us and the rest of Europe. I'll probably continue recording through pretty much the whole thing, and maintaining my good relations with England and France, which I'll start doing now. Our other major thing we need to do is move our capital. Now that we have 405 gold now, and we're gaining how much? About 318 annually, which means that we have about probably around 4 years until we can get enough money with the amount we lose per month. But our economy is still slowly recovering itself, so that's good. I also discovered through just looking at stuff that the land thingies, the land whatchamacallits, compartment things, I can't do them now, but that they are not, I cannot do them, like, I can do one in Alexandria, but I can't do them in the ones around it. But I would be able to do them in, like, Joseph's land and Judea and stuff. I'm still not going to avoid spending too much resources on my European provinces, at least for now. One of the things I really want to do is build a big navy, and this is pretty scary. Yeah, they got better ships than us. And continue to watch the coasts of New Brittany. I've changed the name of this to Neve-Nayanet. Nayanet is the name for Nantes, the Breton name for Nantes, which is the capital of Brittany itself. So, yeah, that's why I did that. And the idea I had for, or the idea someone else had, rather, for naming provinces after the Breton, or the Welsh missionaries who came to Brittany to spread Catholicism, I thought it was a good idea for the continent, the places in Africa, but one of the things I discovered through doing that is that's kind of a New World thing. Would make more sense, because they're all associated with a certain area in Brittany, like a certain city that they went to, and I feel that naming a province after them and then naming the city that is in the province after the saint, like I've been naming it for whatever the guy's name who discovered it was, so far, would make more sense for the American provinces. Then again, I may not get them all, because we've got two other maritime powers who probably have significantly more resources for doing this than me, having closer provinces than I do to the coasts of America, being Portugal, which is based from here, I believe. Lisbon is significantly closer from a geographical perspective than Finistry here, so yeah, Brest. And I believe England is an equal distance, being able to judge the distance from Cornwall, or possibly the Channel Islands. I don't know, or the Western Islands. So there's that. Maybe even Ulster. Yeah, Ulster's closer. They don't have cores on these yet, but yeah. The main thing about it is that they probably have more money than us. We're still kind of in a bloated stage where we're we're not overexpanded, but we're just kind of, we have a lot of really shitty provinces, and that's most of our problem. Most of our economic problem is that we have a lot of shitty provinces. In France, for example, has a lot of really good provinces. So I doubt they have any that are like, yeah, below 2. So, and they have quite a few that are like 7s and 8s. So, you know, it's, I kind of wish I had gone after them more diligently earlier in the game when I had an advantage and could get Normandy, but I didn't do that because I guess I was just too afraid to do it. Our national idea. I didn't really get a clear idea of what people wanted me to do, but after looking through things, I really want to get shrewd commerce policy, but after reading a little bit into what trade efficiency does in a more comprehensive way, I have a general idea what it does, but and I knew this, but it just didn't click in my head that this gives us this also gives us a higher compete chance. So we're gonna take this since it's basically what I wanted to get, only better. We're gonna leave our slider alone even if we do it because I don't feel that we could deal with the situation. I'm happy where our sliders are at the moment. Really, the one I would want to do is to move towards plutocracy, because while the diplomats are helping me, I'm getting 1 extra diplomat, and I'm not really taking any penalties. I could be getting bonus merchants and merchant chances and stuff this way, and a higher trade efficiency. While I'm not getting that many bonuses this way, it does make my dudes better, and I get more diplomats, but I haven't been using my diplomats very efficiently anyway, which is kind of a bad thing. So, yeah, plus it kind of reinforces our noble roots as a feudal empire, so to speak. Real quick, I want to kind of talk about our neighbors. So, this is really interesting. I didn't know this could happen, but they've changed their government to a khaganate, which is really weird. They were a kingdom before. I'm not sure what happened. And as far as I know, this is the same guy. Yeah, he's in the same dynasty as the king of Navarra. So I don't know. And they're still Orthodox and everything. I'm not sure what happened with that. Also, no. What was it? I don't know. There was something else I wanted to look at. Well, what's really important though is maintaining our relations with England and France, and to a lesser extent Andalusia. I'm really hesitant to just ignore France. I can't ignore France. One of the things I might do, if it becomes too much of a distraction and a headache, is to release this land as a vassal, but I can't do that right now. I would have to. Hang on a second. There's nothing. So like, the main thing. The main problem with that is that it would cut off our access to the Americas for a while until I get a core on here. And I really want to try to get Innu and Labrador before that happens. So one of the things I'm going to do, and I really can't do it right now without modding the game anyway, and probably France will just attack it, and I don't know. I never wanted to be on the continent anyway, because it's just too dangerous for us to do that, and we don't have the advantages that England and France and the other people do. We're not a lucky nation. I believe it's historical luck and that's England, France, I think Austria, Muscovy. The Ottomans, I believe, are one. In like Spain or Castile, which Andalusia it gets instead. So we're not really involved in that, which means France and England will always be slightly better than us. They have advantages that we lack. And that added to the fact that they have a lot of better provinces than we do, and the AI is better at micromanagement than me. It's more difficult for me to work work with that from the perspective of keeping these provinces, because of the fact that I can't keep my entire army in France to defend against it. It makes it more and more difficult for me to defend. It's virtually impossible for me to defend against this. I mean, they've got so many guys that I can't even start to defend myself unless they are at war with a bunch of people at a time. So yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. I meant to go to this. So yeah, I mean, this is France and this is us. We have half the amount. And we could afford more. I really can. Like, I can get twice as many troops as I have now. I mean, we still would be outnumbered by about 20%, but I don't know. That would like triple, or that would make our costs go sky high. And I just don't make enough money to do it. And the shame is that it's such a shame that we have that problem because we're not getting the most out of these provinces. Like, these ones I'm getting, like, the maximum amount from, for some reason. I don't know why, specifically. But pretty much everything past here is, I'm losing, 90% of my taxes from them. And I get tariffs and I get tariffs, I don't get production. And the trade goods. But that's not, like, look at the comparison between this, and you can see it's very, very clear that, a similar type province will have the same problems. So, and there's a thing in the code which is that says basically what the countries will try to do, and it changes over time. And there's befriend, protect, antagonize, and other ones like that. And pretty much everyone we know except England has antagonized towards us. So, because we're big and powerful and own lands that they want, like even the Byzantines, even though they're allied with us, they have the antagonize tag on them. So, that might be a little bit of metagaming from our perspective, but that just everybody knows from watching this that France has been an asshole the entire time to us. Well, that's like the game's justification for it. And I'm not going to change it or anything, but it's just like, until that changes or something, we're going to be in a bad situation with France the entire game. Until we get an alliance and, like, be permanent bros with them, we're not going to have a good time with France. So, yeah, that's pretty much our situation there. From a New World perspective, I can just, like, ignore it, but I don't know. It's just, I can do this now, and I can't do the other things that people want me to do now. And there's no real reason why I can't try to do both. I mean, really, my fleet is in the Atlantic, and to take it around here, I would have to take it all the way around the coast of Africa, which would take like a year or something. Get them over here, hope they don't have more ships than me, which is probably, I don't know how many ships they have. Get better relations with Polotsk, which I want to do anyway, and even though I've kind of failed from the perspective that I haven't really fought them as effectively as I could, and let them become a huge beastly monster. Because unless I have a land bridge with which to go over here, I'll get the distant overseas thing, and it probably won't be as far, like from here to there, as it is from Alexandria to there. Actually, that kind of looks like the same distance. Anyway, our capital will be in Nile eventually, anyway. So, but I don't know. Looking at the army size, and we're looking at Travancore here. We do outnumber them, but that would require us to pull all of our ships from one area to another. We actually have more big ships than France does, it looks like. Yeah, we do. France probably lost most of them when they fought with England, actually. That's probably what happened. So one of the things I might do to achieve goals is build up my military. And to do that, I need to build up my economy. And to do that, I need to basically do what I've been doing this entire time. And to do that without having to deal with France and England means I have to do the same thing I've been doing the entire time. But it means I cannot pursue other goals while doing this. So I need to focus on what I'm doing. So instead of moving my capital to Nile, I'll be spending, buying friggin' carracks, which cost, 50 something gold a piece, 53 gold a piece, and basically putting it I don't think it's absolutely 50%, but it's probably pretty close to that. And it only affects taxes, but it will basically double our income from these places if I got my numbers right. It won't. It'll double the taxes because production is independent of that, which will help our economy immensely. And the 1,000 gold will pay for itself over the course of the game. That's no question there. And this puts us closer to the east while putting us further from the west. From a perspective that this would probably be considered distant overseas in that case, because it's like literally one province away from being considered distant overseas from all these metrics here. So the only way to avoid that would be to move it to Gafsa instead, which I have no justification for. So anyway, one of the things we can do to try to get our hold on America sooner is to bump up our naval research. Right now we'll get it in 1504, and if we set it all the way up, it probably won't be that much sooner. 1500, but that puts us at losing that much a month. The rest of these things I'm not really looking at too much, so we'll put it at here, and that's October 1500. That'll probably be soon enough to get places. Another thing I can do is instead of having this missionary guy, I could have another colonial range guy, which is explorer, navigator, and increase it by 10%. I can't get rid of him until next month anyway. So let's start the game. Okay, pause it. Ooh, Island Frigate, cool. We got a new king. And he's awesome. Oh hey, he's pretty good too, and he's young. That's good news. Okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to get our royal marriages back with England and France. hopefully... Shit. Okay, great. Go faster. Hopefully France doesn't insult us or something before then. Okay. Shit. Okay. Roll marriage. Come on, roll marriage. Shit! Damn it! That's not good. Try to get our royal marriages with everybody. They rejected it too. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. Like one of the things I noticed is that if you don't get the royal marriages back when something like that happens, March 3rd. Then your relations start going down. Great. Okay. Awesome. So that's kind of a... Oh, yeah, because I have a new leader, which is Administration 8. Okay, that's enough. We needed an Administration 6 to do it. So now we can do land enclosures. So the first one we'll do is in Alexandria. Actually, can we do land enclosures other places? Why can't we do it here? Oh, base tax. And I think that they can't be close to one another. Well, the best place to do it is Alexandria because we get the best return for it. So I believe we cannot build one in Cairo now. We cannot. So now that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait until we get 2 magistrates and spend it on that. So moving our capital to Nile will help out immensely with working with India because of the taxes thing. I'm going to replace him and see if we can get a better colonial range to get colonies in the Americas sooner. And that puts these within our range. So the next colonies we'll get, we'll do for this. This is not in our range, hilariously enough. Okay, there we go. And the natives here are pretty aggressive, so I don't think we can afford to send them from there. 500 of them. Well, we can send some. Okay, where are my cogs? Here? Okay. Instead of doing that, you do that. You stop patrolling and go here. Okay. Okay. So, actually, go here. We'll send 2 units of troops. Send some knights and some bows. 4,000 should be enough. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll risk it. We discovered a new thing. Oh, okay. Bayou Gulia. Cool. Not you. Navy America. Let's go. Let's go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And this is also in our range. So, but what's the best one? I think... Well, this is an 81% chance. I think Inu, because it has a straight thing, so this will make it easier for us to go there. Eventually we'll do all of them. So let's go to Inu. Yeah. And we got some. We got to watch out for the Portuguese and the English. So. Um, I don't really think I can get any better relations with them, considering it's at 200 now. So yeah. Maybe I could get an alliance. I don't think so. Very unlikely. Well, it's not impossible. So they probably don't trust us. Oh, they trust us to uphold our bargains. Okay. These guys don't like us. Yeah, this would probably be basically the same. What is your mission? Sorry. Mission is still attack Sicily. Or is it attack Sicily again? I'm not sure. Oh, we have a mission to attack Polotsk. And Polotsk is pretty weak in the areas that we actually want to attack them. Except here, of course. But we have more troops in the area than they do. No? Pretty similar, but we have another army down here that we can pull up if we really needed to. No, actually, they got quite a few troops. We'll wait until they're at war with somebody, and then we'll do it. Because we have to capture this before 1503, or else we lose the core. I don't care all that much, but we also have a mission to capture this, which is a good province. Both of these are good provinces, and I would like to have a port on the Caspian, but it's not that big a deal. The Caspian's, well, it's got some good provinces on it. Like this one. This one has tea, and I don't think anybody has tea. In this area, I didn't even think tea actually grows there. That's weird. I'm sure there's some kind of justification for it. Like Paradox games always have that sort of thing. And that moves us towards one of our more long-term, mid-term goals of conquering India. But it's kind of a oh, I have another province decision. Okay, where is it? What's the most valuable province aside from Alexandria? Probably this. I don't think I'm going to get a better one than this. Yeah, and one of the things I did notice is that I really do have better provinces over here than in Brittany. Like, my Brittany provinces are not that valuable. I mean, they're valuable compared to some of my really shit provinces, but it wouldn't be a huge loss if I couldn't maintain them anymore. I'm obviously going to try. I was being buddy with France and England specifically for that purpose. Okay, so Joseph's Land's going to get it. Because 18 taxes. Yeah, that's going to give us a actual, like, noticeable bonus for land enclosure. Yeah. And it doesn't even cost us money. And the revolt chance is, like, minimal. Like, yeah, it's +1, but -4 for tolerance, -3 for stability, -3 for legitimacy. There's 0 revolt risk. Like, half of the land enclosure revolt risk is taken away just because we have, like, our frickin' metric system. So, I don't really care. And, like, this is even less because it's, you know, I don't know. I don't care about that. That's irrelevant in our core provinces that have Christianity and Breton culture. So, Catholicism, I should say. All Christianity is not created equal in this game. From the perspective of how your people treat it. Right. I'm sending my guys over. So from a totally, like, absolute perspective, we're doing well. But from our goal perspective of getting to India and doing their things in India, we're not doing all that well. Muscovy did something. What did you do, Muscovy? I don't care. Did I only send 2 guys? I did. It didn't matter. Do it again. Alright, I'm gonna send him. It's gonna take him a while. And then I can just leave if I really want to.